Okay, I'm gonna call the meeting to order at 6:54. Okay, looking for a motion on the floor, take November out of the agenda and put in December minutes. Everyone should have a copy in front of you to approve the December minutes.
I've resent it to the email if anyone wants.
Yep, and I printed them and they're here. I'm looking for a
I'll make a
motion.
motion to change November to December in the December minutes.
No, sorry, I was showing that in our agenda.
Oh, you don't want that?
It's in our agenda, not in our minutes. Don't worry about it in our
I'll make a
minutes.
motion to.
I corrected the agenda, I think we need to move to approve them.
Okay, well, we'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second. Second. I'd like to just make an amendment to the minutes. Can we just add Kate's last name to
Yeah,
it?
sorry, I missed that.
It says Kate Griffin. Just so that we're all formal. It looks weird to have one person without a last name.
I think I was looking at my spelling.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, is approved, moved on. Financials. Financial reports are out. Anybody have any questions for Derek?
There's not much to discuss here. There's a lot on it because teacher grants so we were spending this month for that. I didn't hear any complaints from any teachers about it though. The big, some of you will notice, we already talked about this a little bit before we started the camera, but some of you will notice the chargeback on there. We had that check. It's been sorted. It'll be reflected in the next month's report. So not an issue, just not something you'll see yet. I continue to work on our past information. I'm plugging all that into QuickBooks, and all the new information is flowing into there as well. I'm trying to get through that as quickly as I can so that we can get that done for taxes and also future reports, which make that easier. But it's actually kind of a big task, and most of my vacation was spent in a way that I didn't expect. So I didn't get to. I was planning on doing most of it then. So it's ongoing.
Do we have a total for what we made for gift card fundraiser?
$123.08.
How much?
$423.08.
Thank you. That is exactly what I wanted. Thank you very much.
No problem. They did all the work.
Yeah, some of the deposits for gift cards again were last month, so
And then some of it, because where some people could buy by credit card, so when they asked us for the PO, it was minus what had already been paid for by credit card. So it just looked weird.
well, we had some that were purchased for like the giveaways that.
Yeah, there was the 150 for the spectacular.
So these numbers are the source of truth. Well, here, I just wanted to see if you can have it. Or is this mine?
It's yours, you
Oh,
can
thank
use
you.
it.
I didn't know if you had one already.
I can print all of it.
And taxes, we have an official extension, so we're all set there, and
And
you've
I have-
sent
and I
everything to
have
the
the-
state that we need to send to the state.
As far as I know, yeah. I have the document that says we're cool. You're good to go in taxes, so. we're good to go.
Anybody have any other for financial before we move on?
There's gonna be a weird one regarding gift cards next time, because we had a person who bought 3 gift cards that paid by check. I'm like, well, how is that gonna work? And I realized I forgot to buy a gift card, so I said, well, why don't I just do it myself? So there's gonna be this lone $25 gift card check that I just gave to town. And that's why.
That reminds me, for the fall box top prizes, did Collie ever send an invoice or anything for the ice cream?
Yes, they did,
Okay.
and I gave it to Derek.
Okay. Just wanted
Yeah,
to
I have the check. I have to drop it off to them.
Okay.
They
I-
did. We
Was
haven't
it
had it
12
that
bucks?
long. It took them a while to give it to
I was
us.
gonna say, yeah.
Because I don't think the kids redeemed it all right away, which is fine.
Yep.
Or is theirs to use, so.
Yeah, it wasn't,
all
it
18
was like
get
$12,
Oh,
so.
Do you need to drop it? Oh.
Hmm?
You need to drop it at home.
Yeah, I've been home, I'll drop it. I mean, $2,000?
Yes,
Yes, I had deposited that,
okay.
yes. Things have been a little ridiculous lately in January.
1,000 came in, we just got, over $2,000 from
Yeah,
box
that's
tops.
pretty cool.
They came in, because we get 2 checks a year, so that, is the first one? We get 2 a year, that's one of them, I can't tell you, because of us not necessarily running on a calendar year, like,
Yeah.
that's how that went. So if we're good for finances, does anyone have any questions for me in my report?
I should say for finances too, I don't know if this counts, well, no, it doesn't count. I was gonna say what, Megan and I figured out what Chromebook we're gonna get.
Oh yeah, that's later on. So yes, the March 3rd date is new, but as we were saying, we were trying to have so many parent info nights a year because that's what our bylaws tell us, we need to at least do 5. So we have the 3rd, we can count the grant as one as well. And then we'll have one more in April 19th, I wanna say it's the 19th. We have a specialist coming from the Seacoast, an author and a doctor on anxiety and organization. She's gonna come and speak. It's Smart Child. And then like a Lynn Lyons, but that works with executive functioning and anxiety. I'm sorry that her name's escaping me, that's probably a bad thing. But very, very renowned. So she's agreed to come and do a parent info night at the middle school, so that one's on the books. I wanna say it's April 19th. It's a Monday. It was like the only, she's very hard to get, obviously, because she's world renowned. So it's what I could get from her in April, which is when I was hoping to do it,
I just
so.
wanna make sure I have the date.
It's a Sunday, April 19th.
So that's whatever that Monday,
20th?
the 20th?
Peg Dawson?
Yes. Who?
Peg Dawson.
Peg Dawson, that's exactly who it is. She was actually in, smart, thank you. Smart but scattered. She was actually in the book. She was mentioned a couple of times, referenced in the book that we used for the Middle School Matters, as like a guru in that one. So that was that. I thought that was really cool because we had already booked her at that point, so I was feeling good about us. The 3rd is new. We did get the green light to work with the SAU. So that came out of our coffee with the school board. The parents wanted one place to kind of find preschools and to find a place that did transport for the half-day programs, right? Because a lot of the newer parents assumed we already had full day in this town, because 86% of the state does. So there's a lot of discussion at the coffee with the school board, and the schools can't provide a list because therefore they would be saying, like, endorsing, and the district doesn't feel comfortable with that. The district loved an idea of talking up kindergarten, especially where we're gonna try to pilot a full day program next year, and doing a whole kindergarten readiness night, letting Lisa Pollard from the preschool, our preschool teacher, to come and talk about Child Find. So we're getting our kids screened sooner than later, getting our kids in. And the problem with our public preschool here in town is obviously doesn't have enough spots for all of our preschoolers. It's a lottery, and it can be hotly contended some years. So I know, because I teach at one of the private facilities, that we have kids on IEPs, right? Like we can't offer every kid a seat. So I thought it'd be really nice in conjunction of all that to do a preschool fair, but we can't have the private preschools in this building. So we're moving our night to the library, so we can tackle both things at one time and not bring families out for 2 different nights. I think we'd get more families if it was here, because it's a school topic, and I think that's where they wanna hear school topics, is in the schools. But I don't know how that's a conflict of interest, but it's a conflict of interest, so we are going to do it at the library. So, I'm sending out letters to all just Hooksett centers. I wanna keep it really Hooksett, because that's where if your kid does qualify for an IEP services and they cannot get it, we're filled here,
Yeah.
the speech and OT will only go to a Hooksett center. So I'm only inviting the Hooksett Centers in, the letters will go out hopefully tomorrow. I wanna email them to you and see what you say, cause, Marianne's kinda helping on the committee. Lisa's gonna come in and do a presentation. I've emailed Ben, I haven't heard back from him, just double checking. I was gonna have Mrs. Boucher be the kindergarten person to talk since she's gotta be there that night. But if Ben wants a different teacher, we're open, I'm friendly with all the kindergarten teachers, doesn't matter to me. But the hopes were in March, green lighted it as well, is to have a kindergarten teacher there to talk after Lisa to talk about levels of expectation for kindergarten nowadays. Like, I still think people are mystified with how much is expected with kindergarten. And I think that will help push for them to make some smart choices around their preschool. Good balance of social and play, getting that social, emotional, self-help skills. So just to make sure we have a well-rounded night, so it's not just all preschool, we wanna focus on why that's key and essential, what's the next step? And what's the next step in this town? Like, what is this town Pacific? So, and then we have more stuff to put together for the 19th that's coming up, but other than that, I don't really have anything else except those couple of parent info nights to kinda
We should,
put together.
for the parent, for the K and pre-K, we should, push that hard on the, general Hooksett Facebook.
Yes, and I definitely want to, that's already
Not just-
created, I have like a nice like kind of color flyer with different, color text and stuff, really saying targeting families with 2 to 5 year olds. We'll have information on programs that have transportation for half day to Underhill, stuff that I think will hopefully red flag people.
You can,
But I wanna make sure that I've asked those private preschools and start that conversation, and then I'm gonna start pushing it heavily.
once you have it, if you can get that to Vanessa and I too, we'll,
Definitely, yes, plug. I'm gonna send it to the neighborhood news as well, so hopefully we'll get a big push there. And because we're doing it at the library will push it for us too, which is nice.
I heard you have a meeting with the librarian.
Heather and Heather are good friends of mine, yes. So, it is nice when I'm at the library. Well, and I shelf books at least every other week, if not once a week. I go in and I shelf books for an hour. That's like my fun thing to do.
I hate you so much. I
You have all
really-
this free time.
I like going to shelf books, it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, well, my kids get private tutors while they're at the library, or Girl Scouts is at the library, so while they're doing that, I shelf for the
I
library.
should go and count Legos.
Library's great, it's our community center until we get one, so I heart it. VP is open, Kate is now working on second step, as you can read. Marianne, anything else? DOE says the district should be providing information on the SAS and the DLM testing. So, she was trying to get the DOE to do that presentation, the DOE is now saying they don't have the manpower basically, so they're pushing it back on the districts. So she's going to reach out to the assistant superintendent. She's a guru in some of this, so maybe she'll come and do the presentation. So that's just the different, the child is extremely special needs, they don't do the state testing, they don't do NEWA and things like that, so this is what they do, and there's 2 different variations of it, and just to educate the parents on why their kids are doing it, and what everyone gets out of it, and which one might be a better fit for your kid. So I think it's good information for our special ed parents to have. Marianne, anything under secretary you want to talk to? Did Vanessa have anything?
Yeah, actually, we did have something, which is just that, we want to, I mean, we've been working a lot together on the publicity stuff, just because when we do the website, it makes sense for us to do these things at the same time. We want to get stuff out there, we want to push your activities and all that. Just get it to us and leave it hard on us if we don't do it immediately, because if it hasn't been done immediately, if you haven't heard from us immediately, we probably missed it altogether. But, you usually can get things turned around pretty quick. You get your stuff up there pretty fast, I thought.
have to know what's going on.
Yeah, we have to know, but also, if we missed it, that's totally possible. I miss a lot of things, or I need to circle back and do something, and then something happens, and everybody knows how that goes. But, the Internet Awesome Stuff is on the website now.
Awesome.
It's in the slideshow.
Good. Your turn.
Okay, well, basically just what I wrote, but I did bring, wanted to show everybody because I'm really excited. So, Google sent us all their stuff, and it's like full color, looks beautiful, and it's in Spanish on the other side, which I thought was really neat. So they sent us 100 of these, so we no longer have to make photocopies. It's really nice material, full color. And then they sent us these bonus. Yeah, for our Be Internet Awesome Night. And then they sent us these bonus 100 of these. It's called a Digital Wellbeing Family Guide. And inside are all of these flashcards that show you all these different activities you can do with your kids, like decide when and how to use devices, finding positive content, determining when your kids are ready for a device, use social media meaningfully and responsibly, make gaming a positive experience, and balancing offline and online activities. Just like everything that parents need to know about. All the struggles, I think, are like all around these topics, so I'm really excited. I think the content is really cool. We're just waiting on them to send us the presentation because they're ironing out the kinks, I guess. Right now, we have Jillian and I and Mr. Harris's are going to do a part of it. Unlike our Facebook event last year where it was a
Breakout
beginning
sessions. Yeah.
presentation and then breakout sessions, this is just one very long presentation with activities in the middle of it. So it would be really great to have some other people
We're gonna need help with check-in,
and help with check-in and all that kind of
help
stuff.
with making sure we get tickets for door prizes, because it is a little bit still in the fact that it's one long, because I think it's gonna be really engaging, and I think it's gonna be great quality,
Right.
but it's,
One
you
long.
know how, I'm an educator, you know how getting up and moving around helps tonight?
I can
We-
probably be there for that.
We are investing in good food, we're looking at doing a bunch of food from, between the different grocery stores, and then, back room, we're definitely gonna hit up the back room for a lot of food. They've donated all the water for free, Nestle,
Yes,
which is
yes.
great.
So yeah, I got this random email saying, if you want a Google grant, congratulations, we're going to provide all the water. So we got the coupons just today for 125 bottles of water from Nestle. So we don't have to buy water. And then Derek found us a Chromebook because we wanted that to be the big door prize of the night. It seemed really appropriate. He found us a great one, really great price. So we're going to do the Chromebook and then maybe some gift cards.
Yeah, specs wise, it's just kind of, I might look for one for better specs for the same money, but it's pretty. It's bright red, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that is kind of
Might count for more, but the screens on those things are such garbage. Those ones are probably a slightly better screen. Because more people use it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually brought back bags from this program from National Convention, because Google was there pushing up this curriculum. So in there, I have like a dozen wrapped up brand new bags with that logo all on it. So we'll use those to put the prizes and stuff in,
How
which
are
will
we-
be cool.
Doing the prize.
We
Are we doing it in a raffle? What do you do?
They all
How
get
we
a ticket.
functionally- okay.
ticket when they come in, and we, at least that's how we did it for Facebook. We just pulled, it's a door
That's fine.
prize, so.
Yeah, we don't need anything
Should we
fancy.
do-
They're not gonna do pre-registrations or anything like that. We're just gonna order the food, and if nobody comes, we just have $500 worth of food, right? I mean,
My Weeblo events are coming that night. I have 14 families coming,
we'll figure out.
guaranteed, so
That's
that's
just
nice.
too crazy. Oh, we found out last year when we did the Math Lane grant that if you have pre-registrations, a lot of people pre-register because they wanna make sure they have a spot, and then they don't come, and then people don't come because they didn't pre-register. It just doesn't really work, so.
Should we do a couple of smaller door prizes, like just little stuff like?
We're gonna do a bunch of gift cards on top of the computer. Because it won't be just one, there'll be
Yeah, 'cause
multiples.
I was thinking like, even like
Still
those
one ticket.
little battery chargers, you know, for your phone, things like that, like they're cheap, but
Yeah, I think we'll do a couple of the, like last year we got a bunch of gift cards and I went to the dollar store, it was May, so it was like a lot of Hawaiian, like luau stuff, so we take those on to like some fun things, like we got some flamingos and we got some cute signs. And so this time where we have one big one, we'll probably do a couple small ones, the one big one, then a couple small ones. Try to,
Flamingo finally died.
oh, your flamingo finally died, I'm sorry.
So it's
It was a
geared-
dollar
it's
store
geared
for
for all ages?
So it's really targeted this program to the 3 through 5 age, grades 3 through 5, which is kind of cool because that's when we're finding they're really in it and they're not ready. The parents aren't ready. But we are opening it 3 through 8. We want the middle schoolers there too because they're the ones that are hardcore using it, and I think it still all applies to them. So we are opening it to both schools. A big banner is supposed to come, so we hope to really get visual with this. We're trying not to rain on mother, father, daughter, the father-daughter dance right now, and I was trying to get through vaping. You know, so like we're not killing each other's different events, but
Father-daughter is still the first thing on the
Yeah.
website.
Yeah. And then it's this.
Slides.
Like
You
the
get
whole
5
thing,
seconds of
yeah.
father-daughter before you see it. Awesome.
Is that on the
So
Facebook
I-
site you're talking about?
No, the website,
Okay.
our super awesome new website.
Yeah, I have one last thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
And don't be upset with me. Okay, so I was telling Julian, so they also sent us all these nice flyers that are all already printed on cardstock, all in full color, but it doesn't have any of our information on it. It just basically says, this is our program. So Julian had suggested maybe getting a label sticker to
I
put
was
on
just gonna
there.
say, just one of those
but-
quick, easy little stickers.
I could
Yeah,
get,
and then
I could get a stamp, they have, like I bought a stamper for us for,
But we were-
checks.
But it has to have like, this is an event that's coming up.
Yeah,
or like,
I want like the time and the date of
No,
our
no, what I'm
event.
saying is, I bought one for us to use for checks because I was tired of signing them.
Yeah.
So it just says, you know, it's a PTA, blah, blah, blah. It was cheap and you can get anything on the damn things.
Because
So
I
why
looked
not
for
just
that,
a stamp?
because I wanted it to not be white, because I figured nobody would really see it. So I looked for the ones in color, but they were a little bit pricey, and again, please don't, because I know how everyone feels about this, but National PTA has all these nice flyers that are already done, and they look really pretty, and they have the Google logo and the PTA Connected logo, and I thought, we already have paper in the closet, if it wouldn't
So
cost
much
us
paper.
anything.
How much would it cost to print though?
I can just go to Memorial and do it for nothing.
It'd be
Color?
not color,
Not in
no.
color, no,
But it'd be nice to use those is what
But
I
that's
was
what I was
getting at.
thinking, like,
What if you
as I'm
staple it?
just watching TV one night, I have plenty of experience doing that.
Yeah, I still,
You missed the statement.
I know how we feel about going backwards, I don't
no,
want to,
I'm,
but it would
no,
just be.
some
I
things
think
are
for
really
some things
hard
we need
copy.
to, actually,
I think
with that in
with
mind,
the
I
paper
think
packets,
the dance, we
you
need
know,
to do that.
It's
Please.
that,
Right.
Well,
it's just.
Right. I
We'll
just
get
thought
to
of
the
it.
end. Can we stay on topic?
Yes, yes,
How
yes.
much do you want me to say?
Sorry, for me that wasn't topic.
I don't know.
So I'm okay with, we got $1,000 from National PTA for this event. So yes, there are some things we need to go back and forth on for this. I think we also need to do a better job plugging our events on social media.
Yes, so that's the other thing I wanted to bring up. If anybody's on, apparently there are some other Facebook groups. I am not a big fan of Facebook, but if anybody could.
But you gotta send it to
Post it.
us.
Yeah.
You gotta send, I would've done it already, but I don't know what you want, man.
Sure,
So
okay.
if you send it to me,
Yeah, I just.
I would've done it all week.
So,
So-
I'm kind of confused, I was at the last meeting, so I know some of this was already discussed, but when we would send the paper stuff, you didn't just send out your event once. And we're doing that or less for all these events. Like
We're not,
Spring
we're,
Tech, I mean, we used to send out like a flyer a
well,
week,
we're
so
plugging them heavy on social
on the
media.
newsletter, which has 10
Not
things
just the
on it.
newsletter, social media, we're plugging them heavily, we're posting multiple times.
But
Like, we're
what if
pushing
you
it.
didn't get that first piece of paper that went home in September that said, you know, sign up for our newsletter?
We keep getting additional signups, cause we can chart that.
Well, I put it on my flyer.
We are way up on clicks. We are getting opens, we're getting really good percentage of opens, and then we also do 2 days after we send it out, I resend it to all the non-openers. So they are getting it a couple of times. We are social media things over and over and over again. Every chance I get, I'm trying, but it's gotta be
The
more
problem
than
is,
one of
it should
us.
come from whoever's doing the event, because no offense, but if they see your name all the time with like 5 things on it, you kind of glaze over after a while.
Well, and that's what I'm kinda
So, that's why,
getting at,
like,
is
I
people
wanna
need to
post
do their
my
own
stuff.
stuff.
And And yes,
Well, that's-
we wanna do my own stuff.
But we're not, 2 weeks into a fundraiser and I'm not seeing anything about the fundraiser and I wanna make sure that people
And I was
know
at
the
the hospital
fundraiser
with
is
my
out there.
stepfather in the ICU.
I didn't know, there's no
You knew I was in the
communication.
hospital.
Okay, so
I told you I was gonna be at the hospital.
I think we need to refine our technique, and this is something we expected to
No
happen.
communication.
We expected this to happen, we knew that this was going to be a transition that we had to make. I think one of the things that we could reconsider, we're posting, the newsletter is good, and it has a lot of information, but it's obviously a lot, people have to sit down and decide to read it. The posting stuff on Facebook is good, but I think that comment was right, I don't know who made it just now, but about, you see somebody's name and you start to skip over it, you don't necessarily read it all. I think that another thing we might try is to post weekly, whatever, just a quick little blurb, PTA, coming events. And
These
just
3 events.
These 3
yeah.
events, and a link for each one,
Short and sweet.
and it takes you to the
Yeah.
website, and there's your stuff.
Exactly.
And people will get used to seeing that, and they will click on that, and that is the way we can spread
Which I
that.
get that, and I know, I just feel like the way we've been doing it even digitally isn't the way we were doing it paper-wise.
No,
We
it's not,
aren't
we are
inundating
still
them
refining
as much.
it. We're
Right,
still
right.
figuring it out, and I think people in the community are still figuring it out too.
Right.
People are slow to figure this stuff out. It took me forever to realize what the pieces of paper in my kid's bag were for.
True, but it just, I mean, it really
I mean,
made,
maybe I'm a bad parent, but
it hurt our feelings a lot with Spectacular, with how many people didn't even know
Well,
what was happening.
and that was partly because that was a learning experience. And one
Right,
thing
we were the
came
guinea
back
pigs,
from
which I
that
realized, yeah.
and the carnival, as we said, for events which are driven by the kids' desire to attend, we still need to do paper.
We did, yeah, I agree.
And I think that's an okay step backwards to take.
Well, what if you still
It's a
did,
step side,
same,
it's school signs, it's lateral.
just like the school announcements, do one flyer that has the 3 upcoming events. I think the big thing with stapling, I couldn't do it often, but when I did, if there's a lot to send out,
Right.
it just takes so much time. But if it's once every other week that it's just a flyer,
I don't
it's
think we
easy
need to
for
do it
the
that much.
teachers.
I think we're
You
talking
just
like 4 or
send
5
a
times a year.
stack, and it's just the one paper that goes home on Friday instead of the pack of paper.
I,
So kind of do a little balance of both.
So I agree with the paper, I agree with
Yeah.
your timeline over that one, maybe 4 or
Yeah,
5
we've got
times a
few
year
events here where
paper.
we-
Yeah.
And it needs to be picture. We had a whole meeting this summer about how less words,
Yes.
more visual,
Yeah.
with just the important information.
I agree with short bullet points, like the
Yeah.
3 upcoming, not, like the
No
year
narratives.
calendar is fantastic
Yeah.
for
Even
me.
But
every,
nobody-
every
but
3 months, these are the
what's
next
this
3 month
month?
events. kind of
That
thing,
does
yeah.
work.
I
I do
think-
think also that the Facebook invite, like the event works pretty well. At least it does, it reminds me.
I think it helps.
I think it helps.
For sure.
Are we on Instagram and all, or Twitter?
We are on
I don't do
Instagram.
those things.
I don't either, that's the problem,
Because I
but
was gonna keep it up, but I don't have access to, I realize I don't have access
I
to
don't-
everything we need to put up there.
I don't think we need to be
So-
on those things, personally.
I don't know, like.
I think we do need
I
to
don't
be
know.
on Instagram. We have a bunch of followers on Instagram. The problem is because we have a closed group, you can't connect our Instagram with our Facebook, so it's not an easy and hit Facebook too.
Yeah.
So I've been, whatever is on Instagram is what I've done, and I've literally had to hand create everything and post it up there.
Because, yeah, I was trying to get whatever was posted on Facebook and trying to move it on Instagram, and it's not
You
that
have to
easy.
download the picture onto whatever device, like on your phone, because Instagram doesn't really work on your computer to post. You can look, but you can't post. So then I have to pull up whatever image I want, download it to my gallery on my phone, upload it to Instagram, and rewrite everything I want to write.
Yeah.
Which is why I was really good about it at the beginning of the year, and again, it's a lot, like, not trying to be, and I don't want it to be my name all the time, but we just got Vanessa on the last couple, I'm trying to keep that up, because we don't have paper, and we gotta tell people somehow something, like, so.
I think that we need to look at the upcoming events and say, okay, this is one where we need paper. Father-daughter dance, this is one where we need.
Where are
paper.
numbers with father-daughter dance?
I can get that for you right now.
Why don't you look that up, we'll finish. Anything else, Megan?
No, that really was, that covered it, I think.
So we
We're
can
excited
meet
about it, it's good.
as many times or whenever more you want, but I can't post like,
I'll send
because-
it, I got it to, I just sent it to Derek today, to put on the slideshow.
and I saw you put it to the post or whatever, and I was like, yeah, see, that's what I'm looking for, because
Right.
I don't wanna just put wrong information out there too or make anybody mad, so I've been kinda waiting for you to
Okay,
do
I'll
something.
send it to you, so you can put it on all the other ones.
Do we wanna move father-daughter up before fundraising, are you okay with that? Okay.
Okay, so everything's going well as far as the regular planning, I'm pretty on top of that stuff. The couple things that are new for me this year, were the flyers like we were talking about. I'm unsure of like the numbers and stuff because we used to get a lot of paper. And I think people are looking for that RSVP flyer that they get. I like electronic better because we don't have to deal with that unless I think latecomers. The other thing I'm not 100% sure is we always used to boast like the cap bag, which I think pushed people to get in and register quickly.
Not really, but yes,
But-
there's a lot of last minute stuff.
So I am a little nervous about, I don't know how much cash is gonna be going on at the door. I feel like a lot, well, obviously I never really did cash, so. With that, I know I talked to Derek about having, cash and a lot of,
Yeah, oh yeah, we'll have a,
tens and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
no problem.
I need a check the night for the
Jill,
dance.
Jilly will bring that though, because I didn't realize when I said that to you, it has to be one of the board members. for that.
Yes.
So,
Okay, and then I need a check the night of the dance for the DJ.
not a problem.
Okay, and then, my other thing is, in the past, I've been linked to the, is it Google?
So we normally put all the RSVPs on a Google spreadsheet, and then we had at least four printouts that night, we put them in ABC order.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a full
So we
printout.
can check people in,
Or
So-
electronic, or whatever you want.
Okay.
You'll have all of the names and everything.
Okay, so, however you want, I'm a little anal. I like to have access early, so I know I have a craft, I have a lot of things that I wanna make sure I have enough for the kids. Right now I have at least 200, so I think I'll be good. But, I just like to know, and then I try to make sure, cause people come in like alphabetically and stuff like that, and I think we have some homeschoolers and stuff, so I don't
You
really
asked
wanna go
me,
by teachers and stuff this year.
yeah, we normally do last names alphabetical order.
Yeah, you ask me when you want, tell me when you want it, and you'll have it.
Okay,
It's all in the online sales channels, so I
okay,
can run a report, pull all that out, and done.
okay, so, and you're looking at our numbers right now?
Yeah, with the phone app, I have to like manually count it. If anyone has a computer I can use real quick, so. I can get it looks like a lot.
I honestly think it's doing better than you think it's doing, 'cause
Okay.
there's a
Well,
lot of
I
buzz
think
out
we
there.
don't have access.
Yeah, I know. There is a lot of buzz.
Do
No.
I'll post it anyway.
There's a lot of buzz. I've actually had a lot of like, now that I live in a neighborhood where there's neighbors, like everyone's texting me, like double checking things, and so.
So I'm gonna try to post to, that was the one snafu that I personally, this is just my personal preference about not having the paper flyer, is I create a separate email to try to separate my private life from this, and I'm getting Facebook message of the wazoo from people. So unfortunately, that email didn't make it onto the announcements, any of them. So I'm just gonna deal with that this year, but I have for the last couple of years created a separate email to keep it private and
Still doesn't work.
told people, no, I don't answer them. I
I
said,
sent
please
them
email
packets
this.
with
I
my
won't answer
cell
them on
phone number,
Facebook, but I
email
can't do
address.
this
You
year
still
because it
Facebook
wasn't, was put out there the same. So I kind of stay really, I used to be kind of rigid about that because I don't want to be contacted privately from someone I don't know, but I reference them that way. But I can't really do that this year because I don't feel like that's fair because my email wasn't put out there, like, or that email for the dance. But yeah, other than that, the only thing that's a little up in there, but I'll figure it out, is I still haven't heard back from Tina on food.
Okay.
It's causing me a little stress.
We'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it in the least
I
bit
just
yet.
emailed her again today that said, can you answer me, because I haven't heard from you and I'm stressed out and I just need to know, just
Yep.
to confirm that you're gonna do it.
Mhm.
But everything, DJ, photo booth, crafts all set, somebody just, I had Cynthia Mann just did the centerpieces for me.
Oh, cute.
They came out really cute.
I bet you they did. Cynthia's the bomb.
And I used almost everything from last year, so it was only $20 for I'm a big reuse what's in the closets.
We love you. We totally love you.
So this is pretty much all mostly from the closet last year.
There's a ton of small glass vases in the Collie closet you might not know about.
So I have still like 20 of these glass vases too.
Just in case.
still. And then these lights were all from last year too. And then I talked to the DJ and he said that he could bring in more lighting and light up the gym and everything like that. So I don't have to worry about that because that was something that we always contended with. And then other than that, I think I'm pretty good. I'm actually having Isabel do decorations.
She's doing a great job.
Did you see them?
Yeah, you were showing me on Monday and I thought she was doing a great job, so that is fine.
Isabel.
Well, painted a whole bunch of sea background stuff.
So I have my daughter, and she's very artistic, and I'm having her make all the decorations. So she's doing all the.
And I love it because it's one of our students doing, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so I
Like,
just
to me,
poster, all I
that's-
gotta do is
Yeah.
paper poster board, and I'm like, that's awesome. So, and then actually, it looks nice, otherwise I wouldn't let her. She's good, yeah, and she just whips it out. But, other than that, so the attendance thing is only the big thing, and then I'll keep blasting. I've been trying to blast every like 4 or 5 days now that we're getting closer.
Do you want to make me a paper flyer and I will print it off and get it to Memorials and Underhill students?
Okay, so like a big image and then a quick blurb? Is that what I'm getting?
Sure. I'm trying to think. Well, we just said we want to try to do 3 events on it. Is that the deal?
So I'm just.
And I'm asking the board here, or do we
Oh.
just
No,
want to
I-
do a father-daughter one at this point?
Yeah, no, I was thinking
It's
first.
Just a father-daughter, so a typical flyer, however you would typically do your flyer
Okay.
with the www.pta,
Sign up
hookspta.org
here.
to
Can I
get
put
you
my sign up
tickets.
genius on there too?
Of
for
course you
volunteer?
can.
Okay.
When I
But
said, when I said multiple, I meant on Facebook, or on the, not on flyers.
I've been trying to hit all the pages too. Am I missing any parent groups?
No,
Is
you're
it-
better
I
than
think I'm
you've
hitting
made
all
me
of them.
find some that I didn't know existed,
Oh, good.
so.
And you're answering questions and all that.
I'm
which
trying, yes, so, okay.
I don't think anyone
So whatever flyer you want, I will make copies and get it out. I can't get it out tomorrow, and I don't assume that you'll probably have it to me tomorrow.
I'm not gonna have it to you by, well, maybe during the day tomorrow, but not tonight.
We'll have it out by mid next week, that gives them a week and a half, does that work?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
How do we go about having things on announcements, or have they been announced?
So Jen, the lawyer, is working very hard at Memorial to have the students make our PTA events announced in the morning announcements to talk it up. Because that's what we discovered with the holiday gift
Well, I
fair,
think the
is
kids
when
would
we
be like,
went
"Oh,
paperless,
Right.
paper didn't work for the parents. A huge chunk of the parents did not look at those, and it was a lot of work to not be looked at. And I can tell you because I've sat in this meeting and people in this room have goes, I didn't know about that. And I want to like doof my head up against something. But the kids hold it, the kids put it in their backpacks, the kids see it. So anything with a lot of imagery, which we were really good at towards the end, our flyers were really pretty. The kids were
I
getting
can't say
excited
this.
about the things and talking it up.
From
So
last
that's
year.
Definitely underestimated the impact that the flyers had.
Oh, that was a
Kids.
Google image, that was younger.
100%.
That was stolen off the
I was gonna say, it maybe not coincidental, but we asked that, have a kid design a poster and put it up in the schools.
Yes, and Steve is totally cool with kids posters being up all over the school for our events. So I think Cece and her group's gonna start making some posters at least till the end of this year while Jen's the liaison over there to get posters in that building. So I don't, if we put some computer flyers up in this building, would that be a problem on the walls to get the kids to see them?
And you have that
Yep, we can use our
bulletin board too.
Yep, we can use that, maybe even if it's just the hallway going into the CAF, because New Mornings gets dropped off and picked up in that CAF. I feel like that,
You'll see that, yeah.
or at least right, like as they turn the corner, I don't know, like that's where I see all our traffic come and go. So that might be a good hitting spot in this building. I don't think our parents look at our bulletin board here.
Can we
so
rig it
maybe
up
a
so
new
that-
redesign.
as the doors close, the side drops down. Like people do in haunted, you know, their houses with spiders.
Sparklers.
We have a TV.
62.
Yes.
So if
62.
you need anything, send it to me and I will
Feel better?
send it to Justin.
Feel better?
Justina does it perfect. I can
62 is
even do
pretty
that.
good.
I'll get Vanessa.
Well,
to
that's
hook up with
62
Justina.
I always cap
They
out.
do, I do.
So that's
Anytime I'm in there, I
120
see.
people so far.
No,
Yeah,
we don't use
we
the
usually have
TV
like
here.
200
Really,
kids.
so is that?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
it's
done
great
yet, trust
because
me.
if you can see what the kids are doing.
It's when
And
it's,
Steve uses his TV like
it's
crazy.
letting people's
And
radar
Polly
yet.
uses their TV
So,
like
I
crazy.
guarantee you'll hit the
That's a
200.
good idea.
I think we should use it again.
Yeah, because the other two
Because
schools
you're very
use
visible at
theirs.
night for your activities.
Yeah.
It could be,
Oh, it'd probably be off though at night, right, because people are, it
Yeah, I
isn't
don't
run at night, does it?
Polly's runs all the time.
oh, yours runs all the time?
Yeah, and it's right by the office too, and that's what I'm saying, the other two schools totally use their TV.
And just keep moving.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah, everyone's talking for you.
And I have something as we go into the color run to talk more on that particular topic. I really like that. Okay, are we good with father-daughter dance?
62 is our number.
62? Okay, that's a little low, but we're,
I
but
For when
it's
it
still
is,
early.
Yeah.
And we did say they could pay at the door this year because they didn't want to deal with the phone calls and the Facebook, but like you're saying that. Yeah, but that I'm the one that they use and they blackmail and they go to you and say, Jill said it was okay and vice versa. And I gotta teach that day. Like it's this whole thing about like I'm in a classroom during the day.
What? We cap out all 200 girls. Yeah, but like you said, we do get a lot
They're all
of
grandmas,
that
I think.
rush.
and some of those, bear in mind, some of those are gonna have multiple girls.
Yeah.
Well, that
62
doesn't
families.
include the.
No.
62 tickets,
Oh, okay.
not 62, because remember, we're just selling one
You
per
can
family.
almost double that number then.
So are you gonna have a printout with the multiple girls when they sign for tickets?
You will have everything that they've given us.
Does it ask for it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I thought you redid it.
Yeah, no, I set it up so that it should.
Okay.
But, I mean, whether or not they do it.
Right.
But it may be that no one does it, it may be that everyone does it, and that goes. But when you.
Can't beat yourself up, and if there's more girls than that show up, and I know, and I don't want anyone to be sad but we need more help, and there's no way better to show that we need more help.
Unless you guys want a really long line to
Yeah,
get in.
I honestly, like-
People register for the registration table.
It's the same faces in this room, there's only so many of
Well,
us,
I
there's only
can,
so
I
many
can,
we
I
can
can
do.
probably, again, Jill,
Yeah, like I said, I
here,
can come the
at
31st.
least man the ticket table.
Yeah,
you know?
if you and I register
I got an
and
eighth
take
grader,
money,
she doesn't wanna go with me.
well, they can,
I
middle
know, but
schoolers
you know.
can, but yeah, yeah.
No, it's on a Friday in 2 weeks.
That's true, middle schoolers could work. Taylor
Yes.
probably will.
I've been,
They-
I've been
they-
already to January.
They can't work the money, but they could definitely craft and they could definitely work the cafeteria where, like with the food, because we typically have people in there, we typically have people with photograph. We typically have 3-4 people at the registration table, so she can do people who've already paid and check them off. She probably found those names and spellings better than I can. Yeah, Yep. So Nicole, if you were strapped, we've got some middle school girls that can come and help that night
I
too.
do, well, so I do have the Builders Club and National Junior Honors, so I have them run all the crafts, I have them be my cap runners, they'll clear and do that. The problem is I don't really know that they should be at the registration table dealing with.
They wouldn't be dealing with money, but we could have them check people in.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
Like I
have
said,
no problem
chances-
about checking
High school
names.
and Sophia lawyers in high school, like they can help.
They could handle
I
that?
wouldn't give, I agree with the money just for liability reasons, but checking people's names, I think they're old enough, they're 16.
So just like,
Money will most likely be me anyway,
And I always
unless something
have,
happens
so.
that I can't go, which I'll tell you about ahead of time.
See, I was just, if somebody's like, or they don't know, I didn't want the younger middle
Right,
schoolers
exactly.
like at the table.
No,
I have them all, so I'm pretty good everywhere else for the most part, because I have them running in the caf, I have them doing all the craft stuff. It was just, I didn't want to ask for them to do the registration, which is the ones.
You guys know that the chorus rooms, where the smaller tables are, like big, huge tables with the seats in the cafeteria, but then they're smaller tables that go together and they fold up and that goes to use it in front of the sign and stuff. So,
I make the kids will decorate because it's usually like me and 2 other people. So I make the kids wheel the half cap.
Yeah, we use the
all
caf
way down.
tables
Yeah,
for checking in.
and I have them do all that.
So just small ones fit better.
Yeah. Is the course room even open though?
Oh,
after?
generally.
Well, but this is at Memorial, this isn't at Colley, so this is different cafeteria tables and stuff.
No, no,
You used to have a Friday night Saturday?
no, it's not, it's for, 5th and under. Because they have the dances at, Colley.
Oh, okay, that's
No, no, Memorial, Memorial.
Okay.
But yeah, the older girls don't, if you go on the sign-in Genius, if you don't mind, then I'm putting that in if they want to. Then that's fine by me, if the older girls, I don't want to ask the builders
Yep.
club, because I felt they were young, they're high schoolers. Comfortable dealing with parents, and if they have problems, say. Right.
And Derek and I will be right there, so.
Okay.
And I will, we'll do some more Facebook spamming, as well.
Yep, I think I just posted not that long ago, and then, yeah, I'll keep doing that too.
I was thinking about doing it on Sunday, because Sunday seems to be a good day for people are
Yeah.
hanging out, they're watching the game, whatever, they're checking their phones. Oh, look at this.
Friday morning before 6 AM, like between 5 and 6 AM is the time to post. And Sunday around 4 before the night is another good time to post. And Sunday morning, Sunday night, Friday morning, don't ask me. But that's always when we get the most like reactions and interactions with things.
That's usually when people are drinking their wine.
I don't know, but since it's always my, as we say, my name on that Friday morning.
It's been reminded.
Friday night.
Okay, fundraising to move the night along.
I should be quick, as you saw, we did the fun pasta, we talked about it, and given the amount of money already spent, and it just kind of felt like, overkill. But we are gonna push the street sign raffle, which I need help, because every year I've been doing this, I've been the person selling them 4 days in a row.
What, at the school?
Yeah,
Oh,
like selling out.
oh.
I did have some help, I know Jen came to help me.
I can't do it 4 days in a row, but I can.
Well, that's just it, like, I can definitely do at least 1 or 2 days, but I can't do 4. Yeah, it's just the same during lunches, 10:30 and 12:30.
She doesn't want to, she does.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll,
Okay, I can probably get, yeah, I'll ask them. And I remember we've started,
Can you send information on the street sign raffle to the librarian so she can put it on the TD there?
yeah, I can take care of
when
Or to Carla and she'll get it to the
What about
librarian.
announcements? Do you do
Oh,
announcements in the morning for it? Tell the kids that you'll
it.
be
I think
there?
if I told Laura, she would totally do it.
I can do it.
And she
I'll
would put it-
handle-
she'd
I'll
put it
handle
on
that part,
her-
I'll do the like, make sure it's on.
Yeah, 'cause it's on the
And
calendar.
when do you want to start putting on the?
from what I can tell, the kids are pretty aware of this one too. They know what's coming and they.
Yeah,
get
so the
excited
more
about
we
it.
put it in their face, the
Yeah,
more,
they're not, I don't think we'll have to worry too much about buzz for this one.
no, we do, because
Really?
it's not
My
what we
kids already
think,
talked about it.
but it's not, it hasn't done what we think it could do. So, and this is the first fundraiser we're doing in that building this year, so we would wanna talk it out.
So it's the week that you now have a day off. That February 11th is one of the days.
Well, that, is
But
that, that's when
don't we
you're
sell that
selling
one
them?
for like a week and a half? Don't we start it the week before and then do it with dance tickets and then we're gonna pull it at the dance this year?
We,
What
in
day
the
is
past,
the
because
dance?
I've been the only one selling them for the most part.
The dance is on February 14th.
And here's a thought, have you ever thought about
Well,
figuring out like
yeah,
a voting day to anybody to have their name? Or like make it a community, just, I know it's always been a kid thing, it's like
What?
90, but what about sitting there on voting day and you are a citizen in town and you have the street named after you?
Oh my
Well, we
God,
had
that's.
I
a
guess
good
you want to
idea.
fundraise.
That guy's
It's kind of a calling thing.
It's like
Oh,
they're.
I know, I mean,
mean,
my girlfriend was the one that originated, Lori Macy, and it was done at a silent auction. And it was the biggest event, I think it drew in thousands.
Yeah, and they named the
Parents
pond over at
wanted-
Memorial that year,
Parents
yeah.
wanted
the
their
whole-
name on that, so it was huge.
if it's a fundraiser.
Yeah, that was part of the silent
Like
auction
everybody
too, yep.
It was
Back when
fabulous.
they used to use it.
Yeah, so
Do they
it's,
do a different street each year?
yeah.
Do they just rename a street?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the street Holly's on. 'Cause
Oh,
it doesn't have
okay.
its own.
It really is
It's technically
hilarious.
Whitehall Road, so
Okay.
it really doesn't have its own street, but they
Right.
put a new street sign up there.
And then the winner gets their
Okay.
sign.
So they
On
use
the-
their sign.
Oh,
We
that's
should,
far
we
away.
should
They
though,
can put on
we
whatever
should
they
find
want.
something else in Hooks that we can
Right.
sponsor.
So, like-
I
another
know,
landmark
that'd be a great idea.
For November,
Right, you can't put red
Oh
socks.
my
Like-
gosh, what a day to
Like,
get
Laura's
fundraiser.
every
like the
year,
crazy
Miss
guy
Witcher
near
buys
Duncan
$20
is signed,
tickets
something.
and wants to make it Witcher Way. One of these days, Miss Witcher will win.
What is, oh yeah, I want.
Every year.
I wanna name it.
Oh, so
Read,
the
Read,
teachers can
Read.
participate as well?
Oh, yeah.
So I can throw my name in it?
Heck yeah.
So I can tell Underhill
More
teachers?
importantly, you can throw your dollars in
Well,
there.
And my daughter.
It's Collie, sorry, Collie.
Oh, we're all the same district.
We have
But-
middle school
We're
month,
naming
Laurel.
it for you.
We have middle school month the next month. I could do something maybe with, if the amount of kids, like is it the sixth grade kids or seventh grade kids, eighth grade kids, who buys the most raffle ticket, and they'll get points towards middle school month. So I can talk to them.
Yeah.
So what you would do is I'll give you a raffle. Every time you sold a sixth grade, you'd make a hash mark. Every
Which I
time
could
you sold
easily
a
do that, because
seventh,
I mean, I'm selling
we
it
had
at lunch.
Right.
So
Right.
I'll talk
What
to
grade they're
Todd
in.
about that.
That's an incentive too.
That'd be cool.
What if we gave them
They
better
start the-
grades for?
I think anything we could do to move this along, because we've said like it does
where's the
okay,
pull
but
in?
there has a huge possibility.
It does, and the kids
So-
are.
What do you charge per ticket?
$5?
Oh, no.
For an
They're,
arm's length?
$10?
I'd have to look at last year's flyer.
It's $5 or $10.
It depends on how many you buy. Because I think because some kids will buy one for $1.
Do
And
it
then I
as
think
low as
so many of
$5?
them for $5 and so many for $10.
Should we do it as low as $1 a ticket
Some
though?
kids come and they buy $1, that's all they've got.
I think it's fun.
I think a
Oh,
dollar, I
absolutely.
think a dollar
Never
is
turn anybody
good.
away.
Okay.
I totally get that.
I mean, it's not even work, so
Right.
one ticket.
And this is more, I feel like, I would rather every kid be able to be involved in this
Uh-huh.
than we make a ton of this.
I agree.
Especially where we're at this year.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, I agree.
I
Kids
just
who
want
can't
the
afford
kids
$5 or
to-
$10, we'll still do $5 or $10 worth of tickets.
they get excited about this one.
Yeah.
They really do, so.
And it's always one kid gets really excited, buys a bunch of tickets, and they never win.
Yeah.
So like the
Really
lottery.
bad. First year,
Yeah.
$3.
Last year it was Peyton Barnhart.
So, yeah, I think anything we can do to help this fund along, it's the only fundraiser other than the color run we're doing at the middle school. They did not partake in the fall fundraiser. And then because we were doing so good, we didn't do Fun Pasta, so that was really their fundraiser. So,
Yeah, but I figured they get this one, and they're the only one who gets this one.
Yeah.
And if we do it up, then it's.
then it's totally doable
Yeah.
and it
So I
could
can, I'll
do
email
really
you
well.
with more specifics.
Yeah, just tell me dates when you want the morning announcements to start. But
Okay.
kids need to hear it every morning. I mean, middle school kids are terrible in the morning, they just want to talk, and I'm like, listen to the announcements, this is what.
Just in the morning?
And I know Laura will put it on,
More.
when Laura
I got
sends
two
out
right now,
the
so-
right arrows, I know she said she'd put that on there for me too.
And those do kind of, again, because they're time relevant, like just today's events, I read that every day, the colleague like announcement things, so that would get.
I do, yeah, exactly, because then I'm like, oh, that's right, he has that
It's
club
just
today.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Like, there's a bright arrow that goes out, like
Oh.
holiday announcements, like that's how.
Yeah,
it
the
goes.
parents
There's
get the
literary
daily
club.
announcements, and now it's down to like once a week, so towards the beginning of the week, we'll get an email and it'll have like what's going on in the building every day that week. So like
Clubs,
jazz
sports.
club or STEM club or chess club, and then all the sports and when they're practicing or playing. Which is really helpful because
That
there's
does-
so much stuff going on in that building.
It really does help, but that would get in front of the parents, because I do look at it every day.
Yeah, and she did it for gift card fundraiser too.
Yeah, they're really great. They'll send out anything we want them to send out. They just need to know to send it type of deal, so. Okay, anything else for fundraiser?
Hopefully not, is it?
Membership, you can read that, that's where we're at. Reflections,
Well, we're registered with the state, we just have to enter our 5 entries. Which we're gonna do over the weekend.
and you got that latest email?
What email is?
The reflections shares all got an email with like when everything's due, get your stuff. There's
Will
a
we use somewhere
deadline.
as a reflections chair?
I don't think we would.
Okay,
Sorry, I
alright.
thought you meant your email, like.
Oh, and we do need the login and password.
Okay. Okay, I'm thinking they're due before the weekend.
Yeah, they're due Tuesdays.
Tuesday, okay.
Yeah, to be registered by today. Tomorrow, sorry, right. And to be registered by tomorrow to,
Online registrations of students' entries, first aid judging must be completed by January 17th. So I'm going to forward this to you. I thought you got all that when you went to the workshop, that she got all your information. Because you guys got this before I got it. I just got it as like, so you know this got sent out earlier. So I will send this to you guys now. So you will have it.
The only thing that's really is, once we get the login, we can get everything else.
And that's on my computer, like saved to my computer thing, so I have to.
deadline for online registration for state judging is January 17th, and entries must be received by Tuesday, January 21st. That's what it says on the website.
I just reading you what it said on the email in red, yes.
If it is tomorrow, we can get it.
Online registration of student entry, first aid judging must be completed by 17th. And then you guys need to physically get it there by the 21st.
We can upload it tomorrow, just
Okay. So now I've forwarded it on to both of you, so you should have it.
If the login, if it's like saved on your computer, you can hit like reset password or something, like with the correct password.
Yeah, I don't think, I'm pretty sure I can figure it out, I just don't have my computer on me tonight, so when I get home, I will get you that stuff. I mean, she did that, but, we're gonna need some information from the principals too. You need to know their reduced and free and reduced hot lunch numbers and some stuff like that, just,
Already got it.
okay, perfect. Okay.
Oh, I did cancel, the bookery was canceled and everything else too, so I will arrange for
Okay.
delivery.
Celebration, or we said, we can give them all gift cards like we've done at this point. And you're gonna be at the state exhibit before we know it's Richmond.
So I've been working on February vacation activities. Right now, my first, just to get something, is just what's available to them. Free events, paid events, what the rates are, locations, addresses, all that. That's kind of my first run. And then if I have time, then I'll start calling those locations to see if we can get like a Hooks at PTA discount if they go. But my first run, I just want to get something out. And then April vacation will be different because I'll already kind of have the template and it can be a lot easier to get those events. But yeah, I'm just doing like places to go sledding, places inside, pools. I'm gonna do some arcade stuff. I think I'm gonna reach out to Space Center because they, with all their renovations, they're doing a lot more promotions. So maybe they'll be interested in doing a promotion for us. Where they're very Facebook heavy right now with all kinds of weekend promotions, come and get ticket prizes or tickets to concerts, things like that, so maybe
Have they
they're more open.
actually changed the inside of it?
Oh, it's like completely renovated, they redid their whole laser tag, it's all brand
Doesn't
new,
smell
state of the
like
art,
mildew,
they have a zip
sadness.
line course, they have climbing walls, like a ropes course,
Wow.
it's all recent, like November, I took Marcus there for his birthday. It's
Well,
all-
Calabunga's closed, so now they have like that opportunity to
Yeah.
kind of get
So
into
it's
some of that
all
business.
brand, they just posted pictures, they have a brand new prize counter, which if anybody's been there recently, their prize counter was awful. There was like 5 things for like 1,000 tickets, it was insane. Now they have like a whole lit up wall with actual prizes. So I think they're trying to reinvent themselves maybe.
They need to if they want to survive Dave and Buster's opening up.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that?
It's gonna go to the mall in New
What?
Hampshire.
Right next
Yeah.
to the Dixons.
Oh, okay, wow, I didn't know that, I guess so. So I know Wednesday is already, it's half off Wednesday there where all the arcade games are half off. That is the only day I ever go because it's $2 $2 for a game is ridiculous, but $1 is at least, you feel like you can. But also I'll reach out to all that, and it's just gonna be kind of 4 areas of here's activities that are within a 20-minute drive, because that's what you're staying back, so. Yeah.
You know, they're all over Facebook.
And then, I think Marriott Fairfield, the one that's in Hooksett, they were advertising for some pool options. So, and then the Snoot pool, I'll reach out to them.
Oh.
Pretty much whichever one's gonna give the best rate is what I'll put on the flyer, but 1 or 2 pool options, tubing, sledding, some fun stuff. I saw what you added for the community hardest. Like I said, I reached out to her on Facebook, Samit, I haven't heard back, but
Okay.
I figured we wouldn't do it for this school year, because we're already kinda coming towards the end with other activities.
I think
so
she
don't
wants
know.
to do another session, but at
Okay.
Memorial this time, is what
Okay.
I heard from her. I know she's looking, I sent you some stuff when I literally got bombarded. She was sending me all the stuff, literally as I was signing on my house on the 20th, so I know it was the 20th of December. I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to sign papers, and she's just flooding my phone with stuff. So she had sent a bunch of stuff to get some reimbursements on what she spent.
I was going to give her a check today, but then the morning's fire
Right.
happened, so.
Gus wasn't at school, yes, so she's got a check, and
Turns
maybe
out-
that will
turns out she
get
goes Maryland, so.
her
So
to,
I'll reach back out to her and just see if she has any new dates, anything. Okay, Mother-son event, it's just, we narrowed down our topic or our theme to game night. Haven't necessarily decided what kind of game nights, whether it's kind of retro games or board games or just games.
Relay
So,
games, yeah, that
just
sounds like
kinda-
fun.
Box top prizes, I'm working with Sarah Mackey, I don't know if anybody knows, her and her
Yep.
husband do the Mackey makes, for a one-of-a-kind trophy for the box top, so it's
That's
gonna
great.
have.
They got that
they
laser
engraved
cutter
it.
too.
She had the Glow Forge.
Yeah,
Envious.
it's cool.
It's so cool, I want one so bad. No, so it's gonna be one of a kind, it's gonna have the Hooksett logo, the box top logo, and then a spot to either engrave or just handwrite those classroom teachers' names, so we can just pass the trophy around instead of spending I think it was $40-something total for just this prize.
right.
Well, there's 2 more others, so if we can just get one trophy that we can keep for a couple years and pass it around, that's kind of my goal of it, to still spend the same amount of money, but at least have something more tangible than
I think it's
just
a-
a little keychain
I think
that,
it's a great idea,
Gets
plus it's
thrown.
in the community.
Yep,
yeah,
I love
people
it. We
see
can-
it. and-
I was
We
at
could-
their
the
house
class
the
could
other
take
night.
a picture with it, we could put it in the
Yeah.
press, I think it's more visible.
Yes, and it's gonna be such a it's not just gonna be some
Right.
trophy or plaque, I was originally thinking a plaque.
You know, it'd be cool.
And you gotta hang it on a wall.
Eventually, we could have them make our pins next year.
Do
just
you
think that'd
think
be
the
cool.
trophy thing would work for Collie kids?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay,
I think so.
so we're working on cost, all of that, but definitely by the spring, we'll have it.
Awesome, thank you. Mrs. Boucher?
Nothing, except for today was very exciting. All the kids went to the assembly of Brain Games, sponsored by you, and he was fabulous. He must have said your name at least half a dozen times. Please, Age Assembly, and sponsored by your PTA, and just, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. The energy was like off the wall.
Mrs. Paluziak posted some fun pictures from the day and on our Facebook site, and like thanked us
Yeah, it was
profusely, a lot of good
fabulous.
feedback.
Oh, yes. So, yes, everybody loved it, and thank you.
Okay, so Jen, lawyer, couldn't be here, but as you can see, she's got a lot going on with the color run. So we planned the color run originally to be on May 17th when because we went, that date, a similar date. The same weekend last year worked really well, we had great attendance. Why change things up? It worked great. The problem is when you run the program this year, when the money's due and when April vacation falls, our hard deadline's gonna fall during vacation, and Jen's really afraid that we're gonna lose some money. She just doesn't think the timeline works well. She's been talking with Meadow Farms, which helps us run it, and they just, she said we could keep it, but in her opinion, she doesn't think it's a good idea. So it's coming up, so if we're gonna change dates, we kind of need to decide, and she's looking for our help to decide. So there's a couple of factors. We can move it up. My thought on moving it up, being a scout person and being outside in the spring a lot, is that it can still be really cold, and it will be dead set weekend in between our 2 teacher appreciation weeks. And I'm like,
And Mother's Day is
Push it
there.
and I'm like,
Nice.
ugh.
Later,
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
Well, it's
late-
May, she's looking. for
right,
May.
so, but that's the 31st of May, so it's very late in our year for us. We will have our 8th grade barbecue that Friday, so we have a really good chance to talk it up. They won't be able to do the online portal, so I gotta talk to Jen, like if you could just show up and run if that's like a thing.
we did day.
We could do that, right? I thought we could do that.
You just
Oh,
may
yeah.
get the
Get a
shirt or
t-shirt.
color pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we actually, I believe it had extra color packs.
Yeah, there were a ton of extra.
We had extra color packs, but, I believe we even sent them a shirt after, or arranged them to get a shirt, but they didn't have a
Oh,
shirt day
yeah,
out,
yeah.
was how that worked.
So
Yeah, she got-
we have our 8th grade barbecue that
I love that.
Friday. So
29th, yeah.
I think, I mean, it's late,
Cold.
8th, well, we do the whole school, but we call it the 8th grade. I don't know why, it's
Okay.
school-wide barbecue, it's for everyone. Is that Friday, because we moved it up because we had no snow days last year and we had to cancel it, so. I think it would be kind of cool because we'll have the barbecue and we can like really be there and be in the kids' faces about it. We just have to let them know, Matt's okay with it, he'll figure out, but we're kicking out, flag football that day, so we kind of have to let them know sooner than later. And and I always say it wrong and I shouldn't, because they're the chartered organization for my kids' troop, Kiwanis? They're doing a bike rodeo, and they were supposed to do it originally with our color run. That's what the last president and I had worked out. But then, changing the boards and everything had changed, which is fun. Everything changes. This is not enemy, like I'm not saying it is a bad thing. I love Sandra Mack, no problems with her. They decided because it's their big birthday anniversary, they're like 10, there's something years, so 20 years old in Hooksett. So they wanted to do a much bigger event and they didn't want it to take away from our event. So they're literally doing the bike rodeo on the 30th there. And then we'd be doing the color run on the 31st. So that's the only other thing. I don't know how much, you know what I mean? Like how much of our families are gonna be there the 30th and then won't wanna be there the 31st.
No, I get that.
Yeah, 17th.
17th is not Mother's Day, that's, no, it could be 4.
Mother's Day is the.
No, yeah, 17th was the color run.
Oh, right.
So that's my only thing. The other only thing with the 31st is it's really late. Like we're like pretty much done at that point by the 8th grade awards night. But we've got the rodeo and I like us to have a good working relationships with the other nonprofits in town, especially because we're all child advocacy groups. So I don't want to, they knew our date and planned their bike rodeo on us being the 17th, if that makes sense. So I don't care what we do, it's a hard choice. I think we're gonna upset something or do something wrong no matter what date we go with at this point, because it's May and it's college graduations and all that other stuff.
What's wrong with the 24th?
Memorial Day weekend.
That's Memorial Day weekend.
It is past, you're right.
It's a horrible month to do anything in because everyone's
April's
doing
out of the
everything.
question, the week before vacation.
What about Saturday?
Too cold.
About like Saturday the 23rd?
We gotta kick all our sports out. We run into the sports that are there because we're in baseball season and everything else.
Why is she so certain that the 17th will be such a problem?
Because what will happen is the hard deadline, the very last day we can take any money or do anything will be the day after April vacation. If I'm getting this information.
So why don't we just move that up? And then we just push
April
on it?
vacation. For the kid.
No,
Oh, she can't. She
the
has
final, the
flexibility?
deadline
Does she
You're
have
saying move the
flexibility?
deadline to before vacation or extend it longer?
before
Yeah,
vacation.
so I guess I'm not understanding because we're sponsors, we make more money if they go ahead and do it ahead
But
of
that
time.
said, if someone showed up and says, I wanna run, we can do that. It's more beneficial to us the more you pre-register.
I got you.
And for them, because they.
But isn't your race day registration even more than your pre-registration? That's what typically it is, and I'm wondering if it was.
I thought it was we did
Oh,
the
it's
same
still
price
the
last
same?
time. It was the same.
Okay.
I think we honored the same
People that
price.
sign up before.
Right, usually
Usually it's $5.
I think they got pushed when, like, so like if you pre-registered and then people registered with you, you get like, kids got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They did a nice job of it. But my personal vote was later. It was cold last year, like it was really.
It was raining. But it turned beautiful, we had that, it was gorgeous by the time the people were coming
It
in.
got better, but I think
We were
honestly,
worried,
we
because
had-
it was raining,
we
we
were
had
worried.
umbrellas and.
And I
I
was
was up
getting kids
north
booked out
outside.
of the car.
Later, oh, it was so much fun.
I don't think later in the year is a bad thing personally. But I don't know the last thing, I've never heard of it, I don't know what the impact
Yeah, they didn't do one last year, they haven't done one in a couple of years, and I'm just, so the kids can bring their bikes, they get bike safety checks, the police department's there, they're working on bike stuff, it's a kid thing. Kiwanis is a kid advocacy group, like we are, so it's very, they're gonna like, fix up bikes, quick tune-ups, they're gonna be able to ride, I don't know what horse they're riding, so they're gonna have a barbecue, it's gonna look a lot like our day.
I think we should do it on the 31st.
Even though we have the Kiwanis doing theirs on the 30th.
I think it's a different crowd.
I kind of tend to agree that it's a different crowd personally, but I think we should deliver by somebody.
Like, I feel like we need to tell them we're changing our date just so they know, because I paid for it to,
I mean, it shouldn't hurt them, right? If it's a different day, it's a different day. And again, I think that the people who are bringing their little kids to this bike thing aren't necessarily coming to,
I don't know if it's strictly little kids. It's a bike rodeo for kids.
I've done the bike rodeo, it was little kids.
Okay,
At least when I did it.
okay.
I feel like the color runs like.
Kids who are learning to ride their bikes. You know.
Okay,
And it's
okay.
not like it's the first year, so we still have like the built-in excitement from last year.
Yep, I'll let Jen know we're good with the 31st, but please reach out to the Kiwanis and let them know that we're moving our date.
The
Does
only
that
thing
sound
that might
right?
change my vote though is will it impact the course? If there was more of an education course was it?
Yeah, so Jen can't go early, so she's not gonna be able to get in until late afternoon, early evening to set up if we do the 31st.
It looks like historically the bike rodeo is for ages 13 and under.
I feel like the color runs.
Yeah.
Like we definitely had some like 8, 9, 10-year-olds, but we didn't have a lot of little kids.
I don't think it's gonna be meaningful. Like, also you figure of the percentage of kids who are that age who go to the color run, how many would have gone to the bike rodeo? Like, I don't, maybe we're affecting 5 people, you know?
I agree with the rest of the users, but of course.
I don't know what aspects of the facilities and Kiwanis are using. So I don't know if they're just using the track. I don't know if they're using their, like, we use mostly the cross-country course that needs a little bit of work. And who says she can't go a couple of nights during the week to work on it if she had a team that she could delegate some stuff to? And I think if we're all in the know that we need to be there Saturday night and some of us Sunday morning to make it happen, we can do it.
I think,
Again, I'm trying to play fair, I'm trying to put it all out there, but for sake of time,
My vote is the 31st.
I'm gonna tell her that
31st.
everyone was in agreement with the 31st, but please let the Kiwanis know we're moving our dates so that we're not having. Okay. Mrs. Gallivan, do you have
I'm
anything?
so sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to be filling in, so now I know, so, okay, if you want to.
You're looking at them, so it's basically whatever you would come to the meeting and share. We're,
Do you think that Collie would like the box top trophy as well?
Do you have, how many do you get? Because I don't even know how.
Well, it would just be one trophy that gets passed from classroom to classroom.
Other
There's
winners.
3 contests,
Okay.
so
Go
there,
here,
the classroom winner would get that trophy
put it in
for
there,
their-
put it-
for the 3 months until the next. And then it just gets passed. Yeah.
So, okay, so yeah, so, yeah, anything you wanna report, we just ask that you put it out in here a day ahead of time, so we can all review, if we're trying to work in the meetings. Does our administrator have anything she would like to add or tell us about?
So happy to be here. For anybody who hasn't met me yet, I'm Paula Tony, the assistant principal here at Underwood. We loved the brain games. What was neat is seeing the second graders talking to the first graders about it and going, I love this, that's all I heard all day. I love this. I won a medal last year, like, and even on the at the bus, in the lines, showing each other their awards and their little cards and their numbers. So thank you very much.
Brain games and slapstick there, that's.
That's it, so, meeting adjourned for 8:10. Did you grab it?
I think so.
Did you do picture writing in your other districts? I did. So,